Hello. I was playing around with slowed down samples and I was thinking about like, is there any way I could regenerate the high end that gets lost when you slow down a sample? And I figured out a method which I think sounds pretty decent for some sounds at least. So I want to show it to you. Here's a sound for demonstration. Little bubbly sound, but you can see how it cuts off around here. And here's what it sounds like with the method I did. I think that's pretty effective. Here's like the patcher tool that I made out of this, and I'm gonna explain what this is. There's not much to explain. All I am doing here is splitting the top end and then applying a frequency shifter on it. And that's kind of it. That's what's making the sound. In here I have a second frequency shifter that's above the first one, so you could shift it even further. I imagined it would only sound good on inharmonic sounds, but I was kind of surprised it kind of works on a lot of things. So here's just a slowed down voice. And if I play around with these for a bit, it is making it like sparklier. Like, that's pretty cool. It has kind of a bit crushy quality to it. Also, it sounded surprisingly good on a synth. Like that, that totally sounds like just restoration. So I guess for like digital sounds, it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound good on soft sounds, these reverby things. Then it just sounds like bit crush. So it's not perfect. Yeah, this is already a bit crushed sound, so that's cheating. That's pretty cool. For some things it doesn't work really. Like here's just low pass talking.
Hi, this is my normal talking voice.
And with the effect
Hi.
it just sounds a bit crushed.
Hi, this is my normal talking voice.
And here's a song of mine. So I think it's suited more for just like sound design things. And just digital sounding things, which already have like a pretty harsh high end. That's the gist of it. You can go try it out yourself. It's just a frequency shifter on the high end. I can try to get a bit more in depth on the controls here and whatever. The shift frequency knob just, moves it. It's duplicating the part that's here, putting it up here, and you can shift how much you want it up there. The cutoff just determines how big of a chunk you duplicate, and the cutoff slope determines how sharp the cut is. I just put it here because I noticed for some sounds it made it more clean if it's a super high slope. And then we just have the dry wet, which determines how much of the frequency shifted high end you get. But also, if you go past 50%, it starts removing the original high end. So at 50%, it's probably going to be the fullest because you have both the original high end and the high end you shift up. Otherwise there's going to be like a gap here. The high volume, just a nifty thing to have here. You could also use this as just a general sound design tool. Whoa. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I'll throw this patch in the description. If you want like a Ableton rack or a version in a different DAW, then you can comment that, but you'll figure it out. Okay, thank you, goodbye.